This is Inside Tri. We're in beautiful Lyons, Colorado with Chris Legh from Tri Dubai. Chris, we're at your house right now. What are we going to be doing today? We've got a big day planned.
Probably live a morning of Chris Legh. Sort of one of the reasons I came out to Lyons is just the whole lifestyle. So I love where I live. I mean, the coffee shop, bike shops, the runs, the rides. So I'll hopefully give you a taste of what I do every day. Sarah just bought these at a garage sale, and I don't know why she leaves them at the front door, but you've got to weigh in when you come in and weigh out when you go home.
There's a few more pairs of shoes here than a normal household.
It's a fair collection. I just sort of rotate them around. I've got my trail shoes and racing flats, and maybe it's over the top, but Sarah likes to keep things nice and neat, so they're stuck at the entrance.
What's your favorite pair of shoes out of all those?
I have to say probably the Road Lights at the moment. Yeah, I guess a couple of years ago I was having shin issues, and get through those. I mean, my Louis Gano shoes, mountain bike and road, so they definitely do the job. But it's funny, I still using the old 3D Flyer. I think this is my last pair left. They're probably about 10 years old. I won Wildflower back in 2000 with a pair of these, and someone still screamed at me back then with the fluoro shoes. So it's sort of retro, but they seem to work for me.
And for trail shoes for exterior?
I still run with those. I train and I do my easier runs in real trail shoes, but being a 10, 12 kilometre run, you've got to be light and fast, and there's no holding back. So the races I'll be doing sort of Tahoe and Maui, and it's just a matter of going and trying to keep up with the fast boys. This is home sweet home. Probably one of the reasons we sort of bought a place in the US is just to have a base, and I'll probably spend half my day on the lounge now. So it's a great place to hang out. As you see, the view is pretty hard to beat, and it's made life a lot easier. As a professional athlete, you can just live out of a suitcase and sort of hate the stresses of it, and move from place to place and race to race. And over the last couple of years, I've found I've just raced better having a home base over here. So it's a matter of spending 5 months in Australia and 7 months here.
How many years have you lived here now?
My first year in Boulder was 96, but I've only been in this place for the last year and a half. And we sort of went backwards and forwards from San Diego to Boulder, and that was a huge mistake. It was great for lifestyle and surfing and hitting the beach, but it never really worked for me training-wise, and it's probably when I had my 2 worst years of racing.
So tell people back at home this. You actually were next-door neighbours with Tim.
Yeah, it was we came out initially to talk about the Tri Dubai team and sort of just touch on a few issues, and I spent just 2 nights there, and it was in December 2004. And this place has been built, and I just remember waking up one morning and stepping out to his front window and just thought, this is the place. So Tim knew the code into our house here, and we just made a trip, and I sort of walked around, and it was funny. Sarah hadn't even seen the place, and we purchased it from Australia over the internet. So she had a little bit of faith in me, but I still remember driving from San Diego to Boulder and Boulder to here. And once I got to Boulder, in the last 15 minutes, I was just sweating. I just didn't know if I'd done the right thing, and we came out here, and she was fine with it. So it was a good purchase. But Tim moved this year. He's gone back into Boulder. But we could pretty much reach out the back window and touch hands almost. He's definitely a close neighbour. Coffee machine, probably the most important machine in the house. Sort of wake up and...
Kiwis and the Vegemite right next to it?
Vegemite, our house has got the Australian rules football, the Vegemite, just makes us feel like home.
So even the Aussie visitors who come and spend some time?
Not as many as we'd like. I've got the in-laws in at the moment. My parents come in tomorrow, and I have a couple of friends who come over sort of once a year, so it's always nice. You still get homesick, and the great thing is we've got a channel on cable now. We can watch Australian rules football live on television on Friday nights, so it's almost a matter of having your Vegemite, your VB beer, and watching some football for a couple of hours. So it's a good feeling.
So this is where all the magic happens. As a professional athlete, you spend a lot of time in the kitchen?
A lot of time staring in the refrigerator. So we go here like 5 times a day and just stare. But I'm full of Gatorade and Propel, as a refrigerator should be. Lasagna made by the in-laws, or by Joy anyway. I get to put in a request every night for what I want for dinner, and she's been here for 5 weeks, so I've been spoilt. And I've got a couple of frozen lasagnas in the freezer, so I'm set for a couple of weeks anyway. The reason I live in Lyons is more just the feel of the whole town, and the house is great, but just the feel of the people, the post office, the people know your name. You go down to the liquor store and they'll order in some wine for you from Australia, or even in the bicycle store and the Stone Cup. So it's a really good combination.
And do the folks at the wine store and the beer store, do they know the Chris Legh special?
They're getting to know it. We're always getting the Four Sisters and different wines, even from New Zealand. So there's always a rivalry between Australians and New Zealanders, but they seem to have some nice wines, so I can deal with ordering those at times.
You've showed us where you spend most of your time in the kitchen, as a lot of athletes do.
Kitchen in the lounge, I think.
Kitchen in the lounge with the television, and now we're going to go for a little ride.
Yeah, I'll take you through Lyons. We got Stone Cup Coffee Shop, great local hangout. It's what's amazing with this town. On a Saturday morning, you go down there and all your neighbours have been for a mountain bike ride or a kayak, and everyone gets to hang out. So we'll go and have a chat over a coffee. I think that's the normal lifestyle here.
Sounds good.
Yeah.